must be our goal and our guide. And all that we strive for as a human family, dignity and hope, progress and prosperity, depends on peace. But peace depends on us.
Viewers, thank you again. Thank you for watching us, Punchline Africa Television, with its new show, The Unfiltered, coming from the Political Command Center. Myself, I'm Dr. David Matsanga. Across in Nairobi, thank you. Good morning, Miriam. How are you?
Good morning to you and good morning to our viewers.
And across Kenya, we have Samuel Tawish Olesisana Narok. Good morning. Just say it.
Good morning to you, Dr. Masanga. Good morning to colleague panelists and all our viewers who are watching this program. My pleasure to join you on the Unfiltered program. Good morning, Dr.
Yes. Thank you very much. Across in Kenya, in central Kenya, is none other than Sharon Gitonga. Good morning, Sharon.
Good morning to you, Dr. Matsanga, Miriam at the headquarters, my panelists Samuel Tawish and Daniel Wesonga, and to all our viewers watching across the globe. It is a pleasure to be part of the Unfiltered Show morning segment. Good morning.
Unfiltered Show across. Thank you, Gitonga. Daniel Wesonga. We are going to Unfiltered, the Filtered Show. Good morning. Unfiltered.
Yes, very, very good morning, Dr. Masanga David at our Political Command Center. Good morning to Miriam Okutu at our headquarters, my good brother Tarish Olesasina in Narok, and Sharon Gitonga in Mount Kenya region. Good morning. It is indeed a very, very fantastic show where we speak it as it is. So it is my pleasure to join the conversation this morning. Good morning.
Thank you very much, by Jim Reeves. Those days when we were fighting to liberate Uganda, 1978, 79, we used to sing the song, by the rivers of blood, there we sat down, oh, we wept, when you remember Kagera. Now let me translate this. By the rivers of Kagera, there we sat down, oh, we wept, when you remember Kagera. Amin had invaded Kagera. Tomorrow, Uganda celebrates 59 years of independence. The greatest son, Dr. Apollo Milton Obote, my president, lives longer wherever you are. By the rivers of Babylon, by the rivers of Kagera, that same south of Bukoba, Mwanza, Tabora, Nachingwea. Can I name it? By the rivers of Babylon, there we sat down. Oh, we wept when you remember Zion. Tawish, you can't join me. La 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 la. I used to be a band leader in 1972-73. My name was Veve. And as a band leader, Miriam, I've just lost my vocal. I used to play guitar. I am a very good guitar player. And a part of my charming tactics is guitar. I can sing you the song you want. You can see. I am one of the few people who formed the songs during 1980 campaigns. Oh, Uganda, 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 way, Uganda, we are moving forward. Oh, Uganda, 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 hey, Uganda, we are moving forward. You see, that song was said, if you, then it ends up, you say, are you a Uganda? Thank you very much, viewers across the world, across the continent of Africa, the Unfiltered. But first of all, let's cross over. I wanted to bring in this sense of humor for a Friday. We have been so touched by shockers. And I think the legacy trend is the candidate here. And you should be telling us more as a legacy when people come up with a socialism that shocked the world. But one of the things, before I start, I want to ask everybody, from Miriam up to, just to say what shocked you, up to Wesonga. Just to say, there's no order of it. What shocked you this week? Miriam?
Mm-hmm. All right. So a couple of things that, was a shocker for me this week. But I think there's something that, is it Uasin Gishu, a member of Women Representative Gladys Bose Shulei said in regards to the Pandora Papers. I think President Uhuru Kenyatta had made it clear that he will come back and he'll give us a comprehensive report so that we can know how to handle that moving forward. And she said by President Uhuru Kenyatta's family having an offshore account, which is not illegal, that was, she said that was immoral, and other words, or choice of words that she chose to use. So I was just wondering, the Deputy President, who she is a very great supporter of, took an investor to Uganda, to invest in Uganda, create a company in Uganda, and yet he runs a narrative of wanting to help create jobs in this country. It would have been a very good opportunity for him to bring the investor here in the country. And yet I never heard Boss Shulei calling that immoral. I think if you're going to say something, then you have to commit to it. You know, it has to cut through a board. So that shocked me in that regard.
Okay, thank you very much. I think we were thinking on the same lines. Tawish, what shocked you most? Just don't summarize. Don't say it much. You tell us more better. What shocked you?
Thank you, Daktari. Indeed, I think I was almost going that trajectory. But again, because there are so many other things that did shock myself, and I'm sure many Kenyans were shocked, is that yesterday's event by the Mount Kenya Foundation, of course, with the One Kenya Alliance, what did shock me, Dr. Masanga, is that the likes of Musalia Mudavadi, Moses Wetangula, Cyrus Jirongo are coming from one house and purporting to be a representation of or embodying a unity in this country. Really is what shocked me, because I expected probably they had fetched somebody from a different angle of the country or from a different ethnicity. But for them to come together as 5 individuals, 3 of them drawn from the same house, same family, and purporting to embody unity, I think in itself, it did shock me because I saw them challenging even the Mount Kenya Foundation yesterday, that if they were looking for any group or an association that really embodies unity, then the One Kenya Alliance is it. But I do not think so, because I looked into this as people who are drawn from almost the same party, almost the same family, almost the same ethnicity, but purporting to embody unity. Thank you, Dr.
Thank you very much. The legacy lady, what shocked you, Gitonga?
Thank you. Thank you very much. And, aside from politics, I think the talk of town, which is the Pandora Papers, have been, an eye opener for me, I think, this week. And it's safe to say that, the Pandora Papers have just opened up a Pandora box, because from the look of things, we will have, we know what was expected to turn out in a different way. Now it's going to expose people that woke up one day and just became billionaires. And then I think the other thing is, of course, from the yesterday's, just like Tawish has mentioned. Oh, sorry, on that, on the question of the Pandora Papers, I just saw a joke of Gladys Shulei, where people saying that she also
owns hold it there.
Offshore account,
hold
husband. I think. That was quite interesting, quite interesting narrative there. And then, of course, on the Mount Kenya Foundation meeting yesterday.
Sharon, say that you have now mentioned the three things that shocked you. One is the Pandora box, two,
Yes.
Chalet, three, Mount. Yes, finish that one.
Yes. I think maybe I just say Mount Kenya Foundation because when I look at the OCA team, there's a cold war, and with people on the same scripts, and I think that is a shock. And then the other thing is about KPLC, which is now about to be owned by the state. So I think also that's a major shock, and I can't wait to the turn of it as they go by. Thank you.
Thank you very much. You have hammered 4. You have brought 4, and I think Miriam has recorded them. We shall come back to them shortly. Wesonga, just mention one thing that shocked you among us all, then you will add the others. Yes.
Yes, thank you, Dr. Mathanga. And for me, I'll start with the One Kenya Alliance meeting with the Mount Kenya Foundation. And of course, we saw people who could not even articulate their agenda for the people of Mount Kenya, leave alone the people of Kenya. You know, whatever they were doing there was just theatrics. You listen to someone like Kalonzo Musyoka Wetangula, and then you wonder, what are these people even up to if they will be given the presidency the following day? So to me, I think they really lacked an agenda. But something that actually stood out for me is when the Mount Kenya Foundation leaders, through Mr. Titus Ibui, told the One Kenya Alliance to respect the president, that he is to them more than a leader. He's a Muzamaki, which means he's a king to them. And that is something that leaders should actually focus on going on to the 2022 presidential election. Even the deputy president should be warned that if they continue insulting President Uhuru Kenyatta, they know what is in store for them. They will not get the votes of Mount Kenya region. And that is actually already manifest. Just a single tour in Mount Kenya by Raila Odinga, accompanied by a few Mount Kenya leaders. And the ground is already tilting. So that should serve as a stern warning for those ones who have been talking ill about the president. And to me, I think, Dr. Masanga, that was a warning shot to some elements in One Kenya Alliance. We are pretty sure that we have people in ANC, the likes of Ayub Savula, the likes of Cleophas Malala, who have their one leg in ANC and another leg in Sugoi. And also seen their party leader sometimes acting on matters of the economy, not knowing that some things are not actually do not rest with the government. You know, the pandemic is biting the economy of this country like any other country across the globe. So we also saw even in 2013 when this particular individual went out to bash the president, saying that they gobble down mandazis and teas in his house in Mululu. So this should be something that should be taken seriously. And as we go to the 2022 general election, I believe the Mount Kenya Foundation reiterated that there should be decorum and people should campaign without mentioning the name of the president aimlessly. Another thing is the issue of the Pandora. And I'm really surprised that up to this point, William Ruto has not uttered any word in regards to that report, unlike many other issues where he would have jumped in quite with some excitement. I believe it is matters of self-conscience and feeling guilt, because he knows if push comes to shove, as the president said, that the papers should actually make sure that now as a people we have a lifestyle audit. I believe he's scared and he cannot actually talk about it at this particular moment. But as it is, Dr. Mazanga, we need a lifestyle audit. Also, another issue
that is enough.
All right, Dr. Mazanga. I submit.
Hold the fire. Miriam, I just wanted to test the waters. Now give us the news headlines and then we go. I am going to tell you something that you have left. Can I tell you mine first? What shocked me most is the whole world went blank. Surely, don't you think you people are talking of things here? I was in Netherlands. The hotel Marriott in the Netherlands everybody was helpless. But I remained not helpless. I switched to my Russian telegram. Miriam, I want to tell you, I remained communicable. Everywhere in Britain, in Europe, in America, in Kenya, for 8 hours, the world came to a standstill. You can see how people are vulnerable, how people rely on this thing to insult Matanga. Matanga survived 8 hours of no insults on internet by Ruto's Mujahideen for 8 hours. And I believe, Miriam, it was good it was at night. If it had been in the morning, we could have not seen any program coming from my side. But I remained on Telegram. Telegram worked so well. It's a shocker, isn't it? That means the Russians are more mastery in operating against the Panama Papers. You know what? Why? They mentioned their leader. You know who is behind this release of papers? George Soros. You know what? Russia and George Soros is like a cat and a rat. If Russians get George Soros anywhere, they have a big warrant for him. So that one shocked me most. Because the Pandora Papers, what shocked me, I'll tell you, is the ignorance of people, some people in Kenya. Miriam, I'm not meaning you, but there are some people here in this country who are they never went to school. They are ignorant. They say opening an offshore account has a problem. And also that one, Miriam, what you talked is what I was going to talk about, that lady, Shole. She has a Muzungu with 6 offshore accounts. After eating our food, she went to offshore, delivered her goods offshore. We missed. I told her, I think I wrote, it shocked you, it has shocked everybody, that if when the president said, I will come back and explain. But you have a Mzungu seated with you in the sitting room who has got offshore account. And you a lawyer, you don't know that an offshore account can be opened for 20,000 pounds or dollars, or your house title. It's a shame. It also shocked me. About the Kenyan politics, what shocked me, Miriam, so that we combine all of them while we discuss, is Musalia Mudavadi. He has only one word, economy. Did he study only economy? He's useless. He talks about economy only. Everywhere you go with Mudavadi. But Mudavadi is very stingy. He can't pay a bad bill. I'm sorry. I used to drink in a club called Club Afrique near Museum Hill. One waitress there cried tears how she had been sacked out of her duty. I had come from London with Sky News. I paid the bill. I didn't even know because of respect. I told the girl who said 14,000 shillings. It has not been paid, and my salary has been taken away. I have children. I live in Kawangware. I paid. I told her, when you see him, just give him, I don't want to tell you which figures, but just say bye-bye to Mudavadi. So that is the time I learned about this man. Now, I did not know that he knows only something about economy. Leadership does not lead the economy only. Leadership encompasses all institutions of leadership. For me, among us, these candidates, Raila knows every life. If you go to dancing, he can dance. But have you seen the way Mudavadi dances even when that other song of NASA was, he dances like he doesn't even know. You know, there are people, I think, unasikia hiyo roho kama unaona mtu utaki kumuona. I don't have hatred, but he doesn't even know how to dance. He dances like this. Other people are dancing nicely. You see Kalonzo, you can see Baba knows how to dance, but Kalonzo knows how to dance. Wetangula knows how to dance, but he dances like this. What? Then which school is this? And the whole thing of yesterday looked stage managed. That he stage managed the people. And they had played the songs for some people. So what type of unit are you seeking? I will call my friend Titus, who is my great friend. I'll ask him, why did you play some songs for people when they were coming to the stage? And the only other shocker that gave me a shocker was Cyrus Girongo. There's something that Cyrus Girongo said, that you are talking of, you are talking about elections. How will you elect when there will be no country? The country, there will be, yes. I think he made a very big point you people did not see. I saw a song coming down on his neck, but he made a very good point that there could be no country by that time. The way things are going, there could be no country. People have already started pointing fingers. Back to the studio. Miriam.
All right, thank you, Doc, for that. Let me take us quickly on what we have on our headlines this morning. On the Daily Nation, the main headline, United against Ruto, as they pulled all stops to in favor with Mount Kenya's region's influential group of businessmen. One Kenya Alliance leaders Kalonzo Musyoka, Musalia Mudavadi, Gideon Moi and Moses Wetangula yesterday took turns to criticize Deputy President William Ruto for his bottom-up development model and Hustlers versus Dynasty slogan. The story is on page 4 of the Daily Nation. And just below that, Kenya Power declared a state project, and the Nobel Prize winner, Tanzanian-born novelist Abdul Razak Gurman, whose works focus on colonialism and the trauma of refugees, has won the 2021 Nobel Literature Prize. The story is on page 3. And then we just up there, Raila's secret meeting, and beside that, state plans 20,000 classrooms to reduce congestion in secondary schools. I think that will be a good thing there for our public schools. On the Star newspaper this morning, the main headline, Equity CEO Peter Kenneth top Raila running mate list, and Soldier ID raid in Somalia left me for dead, changed my life. The story is on page 2. EACC goes for ex-KRA official with unexplained 192 million Kenya shillings assets. And then Parliament plans to split powerful teachers commission, service commission. Then we turn our attention to the Standard newspaper. The main headline, Mount Kenya peak, OKA, Raila to wait longer. And up there, over 900,000 public servants brace for cuts in allowances. And Kenya Power government now takes charge. The story is on page 6 and 7 of the Standard newspaper. So that is what we have on the front pages of the leading newspapers this morning.
Thank you very much. Me, I start with the one that touches me. Kenya Power.
Mm-hmm. That touches all of us, Doc. So, yes, you're right.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Yes. That touches all of us now. Mm-hmm. You know what? I wish they just arrested these guys. Mm-hmm. Kenya Power, surely they have eaten us. They have eaten everybody. There is nobody, whether you are paying the bill in a meter, whether you are paying a bill monthly, you have been clobbered. So these are criminals who should be put on firing squad, who should just be fired. People talk of economy. Look, People talk. I hate politicians in Kenya who say, oh, Singapore. Please, the man in Singapore, put the people on firing squad. Don't give any, that route there with that head. Don't, please, just put yourself, tell us, don't tell us about bottom up. Tell us bottom firing squad. Mr. Ruto, if you start saying bottom firing squad, we shall support you. Bottom firing squad. Isn't it? I hate people who give Malaysia, Singapore as an example. This man of Singapore jailed his own cousins for life and paid school fees for the children who are now leaders. These guys, some of them died in jail. He could visit them on visitation day and say, hello, comrade, we started the party together, but you let me down. You deserve your sentence. Maybe I will. Have you confessed of your crime? Yes, I've confessed now. Can I have parole? Miriam, that is anybody coming out to put the firing squad will get the votes of Kenyans. I had never agreed with Maraga in my life. But yesterday, Chief Justice Maraga, the former Chief Justice Maraga, every human being has got something which is good anyway. He said something very good in Mombasa. None of the candidates today, apart from Raila, who has maintained unit of purpose, the rest, none. This one tells us economy. How will you fix the economy, Mr. Mudavadi, without firing squad? Corruption is institutionalized in Kenya. Yes. Corruption is institutionalized. If Miriam can allow me 1 minute and I talk about, I was going to London last week, 2 weeks ago. Miriam, I reached the airport and these people say there is a locator, something called, you see, Miriam, can I tell you, you Kenyans are very genius people. Actually, you benefit from so many ways. And if, I don't know how President Uhuru Kenyatta governs this country, but I am telling you, they are very genius people. My ticket, a business class ticket, I'm going home. This is the first open up after so many lockdowns. I'm I have all my papers, everything clean. But whatever you check, even upside down, you can't find anything in me. Umeona tawishi in me. Asai, hata kama unafanya namna hivi, hakuna. Niko sawa kabisa, pamba. Nasikia Miriam? Somebody at the check-in point. Hii mambo ya Kenya Airways, mchungulie nyinyi wa Kenya. You have a very good airline, lakini muko na shida. A girl there said, oh my God, you don't know what I did there, Miriam. You know, at least for you, you have been with me for 4 years. You know when I chemuka, niko mbaya. Moses could not, he had to cool me down. I said, this is how you spoil this airline. This is why you spoil this place. Oh, there is something called locator. You can't climb there. You can't go without that rocket. I said the plane will be on the ground. Na mimi muwezi kuniwacha, mniwacha mlipe this money here now. I said, sitaki shida, mnipatie sindio. Mnipatie mimi nirudi. Niingie next door. Liko Emirates. Unatembea kama unaangalia down. Tawish uko juu lakini unaangalia down in the glass. Yenye leta pesa zangu. Give me now. I don't want to say claim ticket. No. Give. Call manager. Call general manager. Call everybody here. Call the chairman. Waite. Leta. Musilete shida. Paka niende. Or you don't touch a man who knows law. I know law. There is a form called indemnity form. Bring it. Bring and I sign. Sindio indemnity form Miriam inakuweka kwa ndege kama unapata shida huko wewe. Bring it. Sindio section zote zilitoka. Kila mtu anasema ye tunashika mambo baya. Say nini what you are saying what? Just hold on. Utaona. When I come back at the story, I will blow up here. You will be digging cassava in Ukambani. Nyenye ndio mnaiba ndege, mnaiba pesa. It's corruption. The whole management plane was delayed, waiting for me. And not only me. How many people were there? Moses? 12. Bazungu are crying there. How are you crying? Tourists watakuja hapa namna gani Msabalala? Kama mtu, a simple thing. You are misunderstanding. Why don't you create a desk? Niliambia general manager. Why don't you create a desk and put there 3 girls to fill forms for all passengers? What do they do in these red uniforms? Mnaiba pesa ya ndege. Mimi name card yangu ndio hii. This is my card. Kama iko shida, sema ndio card yangu, nilisema ya haki. Walileta fomu ya indemnity ile ya kuenda kwa ndege. Niende. Niliuliza huko Ulaya sasa wanatoa. You said they will take him. I asked the lady, take me where? Where? Miriam, unanipeleka wapi? Sasa 7 years naishi huko unanipeleka. I'm going home. You are telling me they will take. What type of people are this in the airline? Airline yetu ndio hiyo. That is shocker for me. Kenya Airways is a good airline, but very bad in management. The government, the minister, everybody, people were there. Then unafika London unataka kuja. Our airline is in a shocker. Is in a kiosk. Ticket tunapata kutaikenia kiosk. There is nobody where you sit to eat. You have paid a ticket of 400,000 Kenya shillings, which can build a house in Kakamega. Kwenda. Hii watu, mzee, who is this minister of transport? Why don't you check on these things? These are the things that let down the legacy of President Uhuru Kenyatta. Tuambiane ukweli. Huko mnaweka wazungu. They treat people. You know why people left British Airways and other airlines? They come here because there is personal interrelationship, isn't it? Unatuwekea huko wazungu anakwambia bwana get sijui what. Mtu huko na certificate una vaccinate. Sasa you have a vaccination certificate. What else? What medicine was put in the other one? Sindio yenyewe Zerika. It is called Oxford Zenica. is the same one the British has for Zandika. Huko kufika huko Miriam, sijua watu walisema hapa kufika huko haki ya Mungu hakuna kitu hata wanauliza. Can you believe that, Miriam? There was nothing that was asked. But you see the confusion that is caused at Jomo Kenyatta International Airport. Look at it. The plane was delayed for 30 minutes, waiting for 11 passengers who should have been given indemnity. Some are British nationals, vaccinated, well vaccinated. They are going home, and they have told you when you reach there, you just go to your clinic, uko na National Health Insurance, NHS, uko nayo. So why should somebody tell you you need sijui locator to locate who? A simple thing, Miriam, it shocked me. It's a shocker. I'd forgotten to tell you, part of someone brought in the corruption. Was it the corruption? Yes. Mm-hmm. We are talking about the corruption. Nobody must, Justice Maraga, institutionalize the corruption. Now look at, as we are there, a genius man comes up that is the one who is an expert. A genius man who is a taxi driver. Not a porter, is it? A porter ya muzigo. Ako genius for computer ICT to fill an airline is sending you to a porter to touch your phone to fill the form. Have you ever heard of that, Miriam? If it were you, you would walk back home. I know you. You don't want EOB to kusumbua. And the porter was now, I realized he could even change your password. That is the genius man to book a hotel. That you must book a hotel in Sasa, Miriam. You have a house for 37 years. The government of Britain has said you need to go home and do the test on the second day. If that test on the second day, if you are immunized twice, that test on the second day and it comes negative, that's okay. If it has a problem, then you can now quarantine in your house. Now somebody in Nairobi tells you before you board the plane, even when you have a house in London, you must book a hotel. Ulionaji, ulisikia wapi? Ulisikia wapi? Ulisikia wapi? We Kenya Airways general manager. We are calling you to put your tights up or we tight them down. We are fed up. Tutakushtaki kwa mzee. Put your tights up. We are fed up, Kenyans. You can't tell people, a man booking a hotel, Sheraton Hotel. You know how much it is? 30,000 shillings per night. And they take your money from the credit card or debit card before they give you booking reference number. How on earth? Who told you? Where is the Mutahe Kage who came up to tell people short stories? Where are they? They have eaten too much and they have now kept quiet. Where? Very soon we know what wanachoka. Watu wanachoka haki ya Mungu. Medium, there are millions of people being punished at that airport. Umeona? It has traumatized the people. People, you have already been traumatized by a disease. Then you reach the airport, you are traumatized. You have gone through the certificates, you have got everything, they have checked your blood, upside down, left and right, removed every inch of your Tawish. Tena wanakuambia, oh, sijui book a room, book a hotel there, even when you have a house. Sasa nani atalala kwa nyumba yangu? Tuambiane ukweli, utalala kwa nyumba namna gani? Huko kuuliza huko wanasema no. Actually, I just felt like flying back to tell them, why do you do this? People are very many who want to go to London. They have opened the space. You haven't opened the planes. If you miss one plane on Saturday, you have to come wait for another 4 days before you get to the next plane. Tawish, that's the life we have. The legacy trend, that's the life we have. Daniel, that's the life we have. Institutions have let down. Corruption is rampant. When we came back, I was with the PS of Labor on the same business class. What we saw is not what Kenyans should go through while they are at that airport. There is nowhere to eat your food. They give you a voucher, which I never utilized. I don't know where to take the voucher. Unakuwa like a student of the primary school to chukua voucher, sijui what. No. Tiketi hapa kwa plaza unanunua tiketi ya pesa mingi sana. So that shocked me. Sharon, Tawish, Sharon, you are back here. Make your comments. Anything else apart from what you have heard from the newspapers?
Thank you very much, Dr. Matsanga. And indeed, it's very sad that we have normalized corruption. And it's so sad to see, leading institutions and management really letting us down and causing frustrations. I can't believe if I was in your state, I think I would have just, left, because I am also not so good with conflict matters. Yeah. Anyway, I think on the issue of KPLC, it's a good thing, and I believe I think the cleanup and the overhaul has been long overdue, because I don't understand how electricity bills keep on doubling and yet the consumption is the same. Then when in case you lodge a complaint on the same, you get no remedy. And I believe, for me, my appeal would be, even if it means, having the Kenya Defense Forces taking over to safeguard Kenyans from the frustrations, I think we are going to be in a better place, because I believe military positions don't just play politics or horse trading in their mandate. They execute. Look at what NMS has been doing, and Kenya Meat Commissions. They have been we've known them for being able to deliver because of their fierce trainings and having a command structure. So for me, I believe for KPLC, and I'm also looking forward to have the culprits being brought to book. And I would also urge, if we can have an end in monopoly in power supplies, and if we can be able to encourage competition, because I believe competition is healthy, and in one way or another we are going to strive through that. But then I also have a concern about KenGen. I've not heard of KenGen. I don't know if it's still in existence or what exactly happened. Yeah,
KenGen is still very in existence, and there is a lot of discipline in KenGen, in the sense that it has got the former chief of defense forces, a very able man whom you cannot play around with. So therefore he controls it very, very effectively. KenGen is not shaky. It does not lose money like the way the money is being lost in in KPLC. So I agree with you. Time has come for us to put military people. And once we put military people or ex-military, there's discipline. Somebody will fear. For example, that airline, I don't know why the president should look into taking a general manager who is a military guy. Former Air Force man who knows how things fly. Amweke huku, indege itafanya pesa. Lakini saa hii, the confusion is total confusion. That one struck out for me up to now. Thank you very much, Sharon.
Yeah,
Tawish.
thank you. And
Yes.
then just one thing to add, I think apart that has not been highlighted today on the papers, I saw that malaria vaccine has been has finally been discovered or something. Yeah, I think this is a game to it's very it's such a game changer towards elimination in malaria control, and it's I can say it's a new dawn. And quite a historic moment, because I believe now we'll have millions of lives being saved. And as much as we are looking at how far we have come, I think we can also look at how far we have achieved. I think for me, this is quite a positive highlight that I saw, and I don't think it had been highlighted in today's newspaper.
Thank you very much. Miriam, you are back.
Yes, what did I miss?
I know you left when I was saying people have now reached. Mutahi Kagwe used to make very good decisions. At where he has reached now, things are confusing.
Doc,
You know?
maybe is it some of the conditions that they were given by UK after lifting that ban? Maybe that is just one of the conditions. So perhaps it's
No,
Mm-hmm.
No, Miriam. The condition is, yes, conditions are there. But you as the management, why don't you create a desk that can solve, isn't it, Nani? That can solve the problems of people. Get 10 girls or 5 girls, put them on duty to fill these forms for people. 2, make what people buy the tickets. You don't assume every customer knows how to read those things. Today, you see how many countries have been removed from the red list. Uganda is included. I have published all these things. So, Uganda, Zimbabwe, all of them, because they have done very well with their COVID programs. But they are advising their people. Before you climb the plane, you be advised not to be ambushed. That one thing, for example, the time scale of the time between Britain and Kenya is 2 hours difference. Now someone is telling you, call that clinic. The clinic is still sleeping, like the servers of 2017.
In France.
When Chebukati said, up to today, the servers are still sleeping. You know, we have a problem in this place, brother. President has tried, but there are people who are... Look at KPLC. How many types of gadgets for meters have they brought? So people were heaping...
1 million has been lost to where? 1 million meters cannot be accounted for.
They brought meters. Some are like gadgets like this. Some are like that. Now they have brought square one. Which you pin like this, pin. It might also, at times it jams. When it jams, it blocks the whole place. So who is doing this? Ourselves. Then they find themselves driving Range Rovers. They tell their wives, baby, we can book a flight to Bahamas. Where? At the rail. This time firing squad. I swear, any candidate in Kenya who is coming with a firing squad, attention. If I were a Kenyan voter, I would insist on firing squad. Put there as a deterrent. at least Museveni on corruption. Once you have hammered, once you have been found, don't cry to him. Another relative of his was jailed 42 years. And again, you know the good thing with the Kenyan-Ugandan constitution, Museveni wrote to the, he wrote to the court that they don't give him bail. Let him serve the full sentence, 42 years. We shall look after the children. So you cannot talk about bottom-up economy without talking about bottom-up operations. How will you do the operations to make sure that the money goes up? You must put people in jail, in committee. You must put people on the firing squad. That is my take. Next, Susana.
Thank you so much, Dr. Ori. On my part, I think, Dr. Masanga, the latest happenings at the Kenya Power or the KPLC, really, it's a wake-up call. It has exposed the Kenya Power to scrutiny or public scrutiny, something which is good because for a very long time, I mean, Kenyans have been going through a difficult moment when it comes to the cost of power or energy in the country. But again, you've seen what is happening, how government is moving in swiftly to try and make correct the errors in KPLC. Much as people argue that maybe it is a bit late because so much has already been swindled, a lot of money has already been lost, resources have been misappropriated at the KPLC. But again, better late than never, Dr. Masanga, and that is what how we view it. That is how I personally view it. Much as so much has happened at the Kenya Power. I mean, government is now moving in swiftly. I just saw and heard CS Matiang'i speak yesterday that, of course, KPLC now becomes a state project in itself. I'm very sure that those individuals who have been swindling money at Kenya Power will now have to answer to questions, will have now to be answerable and held accountable for all the monies that they have been actually stealing from Kenya Power. And that is, that even made it difficult, that even made the cost of power really go up, Dr. Masanga. You remember just a few months ago when we were at the coast, I don't want to mention the hotel, you can see how people are having life, eating life with a big spoon. I mean, the former directors of Kenya Power. You remember about such individuals. That is the kind of thing Dr. Masanga is speaking about. People who go there not because they want to give services, not because they want to do a new thing at the Kenya Power, but because they think this is a cow they need to milk. This is a place where they need to enrich themselves and, of course, fatten their pockets. And I think that has been the tradition from time immemorial. But good riddance with the latest happenings. I think President Kenyatta's administration, through the Ministry of Interior, is now taking over that particular, of course, and that particular institution, so that we can see some sanity, a semblance of sanity really return to Kenya Power, and Kenyans will be very, very, very happy. I think I also will agree with the suggestion that has been brought forth by Sharon Gitonga that we probably need someone from the military to come and oversee the activities at Kenya Power, because again, we've seen the level of discipline, the level of, how the level of efficiency with which individuals who come from the discipline forces, more so from the military, really have been able to turn around institutions in this country. If you are to give an example of the Nairobi Metropolitan Service, NMS, and so much of other institutions in this country, I mean, they have brought back some sanity. And these are no-nonsense individuals, people who will not tolerate stupidity when it comes to giving services to the people. And I think these are the individuals we want. I remember last time President Uhuru Kenyatta speaking that people are complaining that is militarizing the state, that is bringing people from the military really to oversee institutions that will otherwise be controlled by civilians. But again, Dr. Masanga, if we are doing the same thing all through, but we are not achieving the good results, then I think if we go that direction and we are seeing we are getting good results, then I think that will be the best way to go. Because by the end of the day, Kenyans are not really interested that a person who is taking over or who is overseeing activities at Kenya Power or any institution comes from which region or from which tribe or subscribes to which political ideology. The most important thing is by the end of the day, people need services, and you need people with efficiency, people with the competence, people who can be trusted, and people who are loyal, people who can oversee the activities in this place without undue compromise, Dr. Masanga. So I think it's a good thing. They will say it's a blessing in disguise, that much as Kenyans have suffered for quite a long time, now it's a new dawn. We are probably going to get a long-lasting solution to all the challenges that we have been facing in as far as Kenya Power is concerned. There's also one thing that Sharon has spoken about, the monopoly, the Kenya Power. How come that we cannot have other, say for example, other companies come on board? Because again, I think this aspect of monopoly is what has also brought on board all these tribulations that we are facing as Kenyans. You remember when we had only one mobile network in this country in the name of Celtel or Kencel, then it was very challenging for Kenyans. But when Telcom came in, when we had Safaricom come in, and so many of other network providers, mobile network providers, I think Kenyans today can enjoy they can enjoy the services of the mobile network providers, Dr. Masanga. So I think the aspect of monopoly has must equally be addressed for Kenyans really to receive these services. Dr. Masanga, I submit.
Thank you very much. Monopoly of services, we must give them to some other people to operate. That is a good point made. Wesonga, Mambo from the newspapers that Miriam gave us, what do you think? There's something very, Miriam, you see, this place never ceases to have wonders. Tell some, there's something that is going to make you laugh and you will never even, I think we shall end it there. There you are, Sam.
All right.
This is very bad. Wesonga, please.
Yes, thank you, Dr. Masanga, David. And of course, on the issue of KQ, Kenya Airways, I think the past week has been termed as the Customer Care Week. And it's very, very frustrating when a traveler, even when a tourist, even a normal mwananchi goes to some of these offices and maybe and they are very frustrated that they cannot get some help, or maybe the company assumes that you are supposed to know something is done in a particular way. I think, for God's sake, they should have people who should be guiding people on the protocols on how you need to go around some issues or maybe some documents regarding your travel and all that. I believe that is what has been causing even the company to go on a downward spiral in terms of the profits. So I think it is a point of concern that KQ should have more qualified professionals in terms of even guiding their clients, in terms of making sure that everything is sorted in a very fast and efficient time. You know, you cannot compete with the likes of maybe even Qatar Airways or maybe KLM, and when your services are quite poor and you're still having push and pull yourself and your clients. Number two, on the issue of the KPLC, I think KPLC would have joined soon enough. It would have joined the league of other parastatals like ADC, which have been looted and driven to the dungeons by the allies of the deputy president. We understand that the immediate former managing director of KPLC was a very, very close ally of the deputy president, into a point that even the concrete electric poles that were being used for rural electrification were being supplied by the son of the deputy president. That is something that is on the streets there. So I think there has been massive corruption in KPLC. There's been massive looting on KPLC, and the monies that have been gotten from that particular haste have ended up in the pockets and in the gates of Karen, which has been used to bribe people and buy allegiance from politicians and other delegations that have been going to Karen. So to me, I think, Dr. Mazanga, the decision by the government to make it a special government project is in an effort to resuscitate the KPLC, and I support Sharon and Tarish that the military or maybe more qualified professionals should take over the company and be able to salvage it. Otherwise, it's going to be as dead as a dodo, because monies have been looted from it. The management, the hierarchy of the staff members there, the most senior cadre, the KPLC, they are corrupt to the core, and that, therefore, we need reforms. We need to do an overhaul. We need to set some heads rolling so that we don't have people who are there to strike deals and steal taxpayers' money. For God's sake, the cost of electricity in Kenya has become so high. And were it not for President Uhuru Kenyatta's intervention to transfer the Minister for Energy and actually authorize that the cost of electricity and energy be actually dropped a bit, we will not have seen anything happening from KPLC, and Kenyans will have been forced to dig deeper into their pockets. And that is the evils that comes with monopoly. Similar thing with Kenya Airways. If we have another competitive company, airline from Kenya, which can give Kenya Airways a run for its money, then we're going to see them struggling to actually improve their service, the customer care services and public relations. So to me, I think people who work for government parastatals like Kenya Airways, people who work for government parastatals like KPLC, they should know that they are accountable to the government and the people of the Republic of Kenya. That is not their private bedroom where they make decisions and answer people the way they want. The other day, we had a lady who was complaining how an employee of the Kenya Postal Corporation, the poster, told her that he cannot serve her until she did some kind of things, which is very, very quite unfortunate, because at the end of the day, you are the customer, you pay for these services, you don't get it for free. They're not there to run their own businesses, rather they run this business on behalf of the people and the Republic of Kenya. So to me, Dr. Matsanga, I think it is unfortunate when we read such news from Kenya Airways or maybe KPLC. It will only serve to bring down these parastatals, and therefore we need proper leadership at the helm of those corporations. I submit.
So thank you very much. Let's do our last analyst, Miriam. There is something very strange. How many people live? Yes, Tawish, you live this side. Gitonga lives that side. You see the bridge around Kasarani, that cross bridge, which is covered. Have you seen that one? Put this video there and see what is on there now. You have seen the bridge that crosses from one end to the other.
The footbridge.
Look at the video. Then you can see how strange the world is. Video, medium have they put?
Yes.
It is not a video, it's a clip. Leave that picture there. A man is escorting 2 cows. Have you seen? I hope this is not from, I don't want to say something that will annoy Tawi. This makes our day today as we live here. Have you seen that, Miriam? Surely.
It's a cows from Kilgoris.
Tawish, Africa, are we cursed or bewitched? That's what I said. That bridge is for human trafficking, not animal trafficking. It's not. So, one of the viewers has just seen us talking about what shocked you in Kenya. He sent me this clip and said, Matanga, look. Have you seen the animals up there? Where are these cows going to Tawish? That honestly, you be honest. You love cows. Fine. But explain it to me. What these cows are doing in a bridge, upstairs, are they going to? Where is this? Is this not Safari Park Hotel? Or they were going to be slaughtered for Okoa, Kenya?
Dr. Wasang, I don't think Safari Park Hotel has an abattoir to do slaughtering. But again, much as I won't quite respond to this matter with their full authority, because I've not had the benefit of watching the clip itself.
No, but the clip of the cow.
I cannot see from my end. I can't see from my end. But whichever the case, Dr. Masama,
This is an inbuilt bridge. With
I know.
And then 2 cows and the herdsman is chasing them through. Surely, how did they climb the stairs from the other end?
No, Doctor, there's a flat area when you're climbing that footbridge. There's usually a flat.
That is for disabled. Are cows disabled? Well, Songa, what is all going on here? Do we have morality here, Swat? These are the things of the topics of Africa, social Africa. Next week, we shall be tackling that, Gitonga and Miriam and others. Look at that behavior. Look, there it is again. 2 cows, singularly, no people, no human being there. Because if a human being sees the cow here, it can turn on them and kill people up there. How did the cow climb those stairs? How is it going to get down on the other end? And this is a bridge in Kenya. If that bridge collapses, with those cows dying, Uhuru will be blamed. So, we don't, we did not, with a 90 note, we are saying the cows must have come from Kilgoris. It is not me, it's Medium who said it. It seemed like they came from Kilgoris. The one Ruto went there yesterday and he was given cows. So, you know, Ruto was in Kilgoris yesterday. So he came with the cows and he had nowhere to put, or they were on his way to his farm. So, we never know. So, any comments there, Gitonga, as we wind up with your final parting shot for the weekend of the rivers of Babylon? There we sat down. Oh, we wept of Kagera. Yes, Sharon.
Thank you very much, Dr. Matsanga and my co-panelist. On that clip, I don't have much to say because it could be Photoshop. I mean, I don't know.
No,
it could be Photoshop.
The man is there. I can send you even more. He's there. I can send you. He sent me there. He's standing there. The cows are passing. It's not a Photoshop. Even on the road, there are people standing up saying, "What is this man doing?" It's not. He's there. He has just watched our show now. And they said, bring this attention to the ministry. 2 cows being escorted in a footbridge.
Okay, anyway.
Yes.
So my message, as always, is to remind each and everyone to, endeavor to preach the gospel of peace and stability, not just now, during, after, and now, during, and after the period of election. And as always, it is a collective responsibility for each and everyone to ensure that Kenya remains a united nation. And
how is it going? Before you finish, how is it going to be a collective responsibility when we have cows walking in a footbridge?
No, we have a part to play. Let us do our part. And I believe the rest is going to fall in place. Again, the motherland, this motherland, Kenya, is bigger than all of us. And then I would love to end by, wishing a happy 59 years of independence to Uganda. I've just seen there has been a collaboration.
Are you saying it to me?
To Uganda at large and to, yes.
I have not enjoyed it.
Okay.
I've not enjoyed it.
It's quite unfortunate. Anyway, yeah. So just to wish, Ugandans a happy, 59 years of independence. And I can't. I've also seen there's I think there was an ongoing agribusiness in Mombasa for the last 2 days. So I think also Kenya, we are not also left behind during the trade relations that were happening over the last week. Yeah, thank you.
Oh, Tawish, you are parting short, including Sharon. Sharon has brought memories of disaster in my heart of wishing us independence.